Dear students, welcome you to session 7 video of the chapter Working Capital Management, Financial Management 6th semester BCom of Mangalore University. Working capital management is an integral part of financial management, and it is an important task of the financial manager to estimate the working capital requirements. Different methods are used in order to estimate the working capital requirements. They are the percentage of sales method, operating cycle method, and components of working capital method. In the previous session, we have seen the two methods, percentage of sales method as well as the operating cycle method. So this session is about the third method, components of working capital method. So in this method, the different components or items of working capital are estimated, and using that the gross working capital and the net working capital are found out. So the different components of working capital are the inventory of raw materials, the work in progress, the finished goods, debtors or bills receivables, cash, and any expenses paid in advance. At the same time, the different components of current liabilities are the creditors for purchase of raw materials and the outstanding wages or outstanding expenses and bank overdraft. So when all the items of current assets are found out, the total of the current assets are found out, and it is known as the gross working capital. And from the gross working capital, the current liabilities are deducted, we get the net working capital. And sometimes there may be a need to add some percentage as a safety margin, so that the next year we will be able to estimate the working capital accurately. So that will be added, and finally the net working capital required for the year will be found out. So we'll see the format of estimating the working capital. So the statement of estimation of working capital, there are two columns, particulars and the amount. So we have this current assets. The first one is the raw materials. So here we estimate the raw materials which will remain in stock for a given period. Then we have the work in progress. So work in progress means that we have begun with the production process, but we have not completed the production process. So in this case, we will not be able to know as to how much work is complete. So to to calculate it in a proper way, work in progress, usually it is done in a way where materials we consider 100% and the other expenses like labor and overheads are taken only at 50%. So materials at 100%, labor and other overheads at 50%. Then we have this finished goods, wherein the stock of finished goods is found out based on the cost of production. And we have this debtors, wherein the value of debtors will be found out based on the cost of sales and not on sales. Now why it is not on sales? So it's always that while preparing the accounts we follow the convention of conservatism. So we do not take into consideration the profit. Now for example, if there is sales of 10,000 units and selling price is 10 rupees, but the cost of sales is rupees 9. In such a situation, and that the debtors will be paying the amount only after a period of 2 months. Now, at any given point of time, the organization will have some debtors. So, we have to calculate the value of debtors. So, value of debtors, when we calculate, it will be based on the cost of sales, not on the selling price. So, it will be 10,000 into rupees 9. So, the sales amount will be 90,000. So, at any given point of time, our debtors will be equal to 2 months value. So 90,000 into 2 by 12, which is equal to 15,000. So at any given point of time, the organization will have debtors which is equal to 15,000. Then we have the cash in bank and cash at bank, cash in hand and cash at bank. The other one is the prepaid expenses. If you have paid any expenses, that will be considered as current assets. When we add all these items, that is raw materials, work in progress, finished goods, debtors, cash in hand and bank, prepaid expenses and accrued income, we get the total. The total is known as the gross working capital. Now we find out the current liabilities. So current liabilities, again the creditors may be for the purchase of materials, then any outstanding expenses. Now for example, wages paid after a month, or manufacturing expenses paid after a month, or administration expenses paid after 1 or 2 months. So all these comes under the outstanding expenses or lag in payment of expenses. So this will be considered here, and then the total of the current liabilities will be found out. So from the gross working capital, current liabilities will be deducted in order to arrive at the net working capital. So net working capital is equal to gross working capital minus the current liabilities. So under the components of working capital method, the different components of working capital, that is the current assets and current liabilities, are estimated, and then the gross working capital and the net working capital are found out. Thank you.